Hey everyone, Brandon from Caesar's Freedomstead here. Today we're going ahead and we're starting all of our gardening today while we're planting in the ground. So last video, a couple videos back, I showed you guys inside the greenhouse where we started everything in a bunch of egg cartons and some starter cups and everything like that. And we recently had a really cold night, and so a lot of the stuff did survive, some things didn't, so we're going to replant some things. But everything that survived has grown quite a bit, so it's time to go in the ground. And I'm just going to try to show you guys how we, our routine of doing things and how we plant everything, what we use for dirt, and what we mix in there. I'm trying a couple of new things this year, so let me go ahead and show you. All right. So in this first row right here, I didn't film it, but I went ahead and made 2 rows already out here. And Marina and Lori have planted, started all the planting here in this row. And so what we have here is green beans in the ground. And so green beans like to grow on little fences, little trellises. A lot of them do. And so we have our nice little red fence trellis here, all the way down right next to it. So it's going to grow along this. And we just weave it in and out and grow a lot of green beans. We also have cucumber. So we're growing the cucumber alongside the green beans. These are here are cucumbers. And so the reason for that is because these cucumbers right here are vine growers as well. They'll grow out a vine, they'll reach, and you can grow them on a fence. Last year I made a video growing cucumbers on a fence. I'm going to do that again this year, something a little different though. I'm going to have a little bit of a breakdown. So the green beans can grow along the fence, and then the cucumbers can go around the same fence, and they can kind of intertwine, mix up with each other, will not affect each other, and we'll just have green beans and cucumbers hanging off the same fence here. It'll save you a lot of space, and you can use that, all this other space for other things. So there's last year we made a 1,600 square foot. It's gonna be a little bit bigger this year. And the other difference this year, like I said, we're doing these, we're doing the rows in an opposite direction. These are now gonna be vertical rows. And so we're just gonna have them go all the way down, just vertical rows all the way down. Last year we did the horizontal, really long, but I think it was a little bit too long a rows, because we're not growing that much food. But this is what we're doing this year. So green beans, cucumbers. Now what we have next to them, where the fence ends, this is the okra. I have a bunch of okra that came out. So we got that okra in there. And so okra obviously won't affect anything else. Okra grows straight up. He's trying to make use of the space. And then Marina is direct seeding radishes over on this end. And so that's it for that row. This next row right here I just made, and I made it all with this Greenworks cultivator. It's like a little tiller. Made a video on that last year. I'll show you me using it again this year. It's really awesome. Like I said, the only drawback with it is that it is electrical. You got to plug it in, but I mean, it's not a big deal. It's really awesome. So I make my garden rows every year, and look at that. It's like, it makes amazing rows, just perfect. And so obviously I went in here and hand patted it, but made some great rows. You probably see little pieces of black matter in there, little black burnt up pieces and such, and some different color dirt. So found a worm?
Yes, over here in the bed.
Oh. Okay. So what we did last year is we mixed, some store-bought dirt with our normal dirt, because our dirt out here is really clay, has a lot of clay. It's really hard. You can still grow stuff really well, but like I said last year, and I'll say it again, it's great to, supplement your dirt if you're going to put it in the ground with some really good topsoil, or some just really some good trustable dirt that you get at the store. So we did that this year, but we also We burn a lot of wood. We have a wood stove inside, so we're taking our burnt up organic matter here, ashes and organic matter, and we're mixing it in with the dirt. So this right here is comprised of obviously the dirt from the ground, the store-bought dirt that has fertilizer in it, and you know, some other things. And I mixed in the ashes and organic matter in there as well. Inside this row I did the same thing, except in this row I mix it in toward kind of like the bottom of the row. So underneath this top layer is the ash and the store-bought dirt. So reason for that is that, you know, that's organic matter. It's really good to put back in the soil. It's kind of an experiment this year. We want to see how it does, kind of mixing it in. Did a little bit of research, and a lot of well-known people that do this for a living say that it's really good to put into your soil when you're gardening. So we're going to try it this year and see how it works. So that's about it on this. I'm going to make some more rows, and we're going to pretty much plant everything else that's growing. Over there we have zucchini squash, yellow squash, some corn and things like that. We're still going to put in lettuce in this row. And so I went ahead and put these sticks, I call them posts, but they're really sticks, marking all the rows I'm going to make. They're about 3.5 feet apart. I just like to be able to get in between there in case I need to do anything with the rows. So I put a little extra space. So all these are where I'm going to put all the rows. It's going to be a whole lot of them. And so all this, probably in the next 2 weeks, this is all going to be covered in rows, all kinds of different things. And you know, that's pretty much going to be all for this year. We're going to fill all this up. And so, yep, that's what we're doing. I'll keep you guys updated, showing you some more stuff. But other than that, that's what we're doing today. All right. So I finished this row. This is my third row here. And I went ahead and put all the ash in there. A couple places that still need a little bit. So I'm gonna grab my ash. Just kind of sprinkle it. Some places that still needed it. Ash. So I put the ash inside, you know, pretty much gonna be on the bottom of the row. So the dirt is still brushed up to the side here. I'm gonna go ahead and make it look like that, put it all together, make little mountains. So I'm gonna use that rake right there, rake it all together on top of the ash. And then I'm going to put the soil, the black store-bought soil on top of that. So we're gonna see what grows the best here. That right there, the first row was the ash and soil mixed together with the ground dirt. The second one was both the dirt and the ash on the bottom of the normal ground dirt. And now this one, I'm going to put the ash first, put the normal soil, ground soil on top of that, and then put the topsoil from the store on the very top. And so it's all an experiment. I want to see what combination works the best. And you know, obviously we'll find out in a couple months here. All right, now it's time to go ahead and get this rake here. And we're gonna start. Took them way up there near the shed. Down here now. This is where I like to run them. is in the back of our house here. So they got all this nice green, everything. And I run them back. So, such a big area. I moved them twice today, and I don't think they ever hit the same place twice. So they always have brand new ground, brand new grass, everything. So they're doing really good. They're just hanging out here in the nice weather. All right, so we finished 3 rows today. All good to go there. So obviously this is the start of our many rows, but got all of the lettuce starts in there. Doing really awesome. All the lettuce starts, and Marina and Lori went ahead and got all the zucchini squash and yellow squash and gray squash, which is like the Mexican variety. Got a few in there. We're growing some more, so we're gonna finish it off with planting some more in there when they get of age. And we got some corn out the front of each one. So looking really good so far. So that's cool. And now what Marina's doing is Marina's making a flower bed over here. So dug all this herself. She's designing this whole area. This is going to be a bed for the flowers. This is just you know, old wood from pine tree, and I'm not sure which kind this is, but we got it from the woods back there. And she's just going to design a nice little flower bed over here, more flowers up here. And so the benefit of this to do with your garden is the flowers are going to attract bees and all kinds of different pollinators. They'll come here into your garden because obviously they want to grab those nice, beautiful looking flowers. And they're going to come out here and pollinate your food as well. So you want to do everything you can to draw in insects. Sunflowers do a really good job with that as well. We'll probably do some sunflowers too in the future, like we did last year.
Yeah.
So, but here we go. She's going to dig that up and make a nice flower bed, and it's going to bring in all the nice bees and get tons of food this year.
We could till it, but we took the tiller inside.
Yeah, I'm going to till it.
So I'm just like doing this for now.
So she'll aerate it.
Got some seeds, flower seeds growing in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
So they will go here.
Okay. Yeah. She's got the seeds growing in there, and she'll just aerate it here, and then I'll come in with the tiller and I'll just make it look nice.
Because it's been raining on and off, we just doing this for right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what's going on here. All right. All looking good. Those chickens are hungry. I gotta feed them for their second time today. I'll be over there soon. Other than that, everything's good. All right, look at that. What? Okay, just wait for me. Look at that, getting that nice natural bed look. That one's pretty much closed off. Look at how this one came out. Looking good. So it's in the works. Looking good. Let's go see what the kids are doing over here. What are you guys doing?
We're trying to get those worms right there, Daddy.
Oh, they're collecting worms
We can't
for the
get
garden.
we can't get those worms because there are lots of things on them, little things on them.
Just get your shovel, your red shovel right there. And you can dig them out. Yeah, you could do it. Look at them muscles.
Daddy, watch this.
Look what these kids did.
Daddy, watch this.
Look at all the worms they caught. We're gonna put them in our compost.
No!
You don't want to put them in a
We
compost?
want to keep them!
You want to keep them?
Daddy, watch this, Daddy, with the worms.
They're alive in there. What?
Watch this.
Okay.
Now we have to get them.
Okay. Yeah, you could get him. He's just trying to go back in the dirt. You got him. There he
Get
goes.
this, Sarah. You moved
All right.
it.
Well, they're collecting worms.
What's this? Hey, what do you want to do? Come here.
Careful, careful with that. That's heavy. Don't hurt yourself on that. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right. Well, we replanted a bunch of stuff because it got cold one night and killed some things. But we replanted a lot of squash and corn and butternut squash inside these containers here, these planting containers. Got some tomatoes coming up here. I got a bunch of stuff coming up still. With some flowers. All kinds of things coming. So all the stuff that's pretty big is already, we put it in the ground today. So it's everything looking good today. What are you doing? You just hanging out? No. Okay. All right. Well, see you next time.